Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mr. Camel Prohibition Party channel. It's a lot of words. Um, anyway, I hope everyone is doing awesomely, and I just want to make another video on the channel. Now, all I'm trying to do right now is just grow my audience and all that, and talk about beliefs and views. But I'm going to talk about why I became a part of the Prohibition Party, why I decided to pretty much become a part of this, and now it's kind of like a part of who I am now, basically. But anyway, let's just get started. So, going over the politics of my life, I actually used to be a Republican. Then I became a Democrat. So I was a Republican, then I became a Democrat. But I didn't agree with the way Biden did things. I also didn't really agree with the things Trump said and some of the things that he did. And I started to get really fed up with the politics that we have currently. I was getting sick of Republicans. I was getting sick of Democrats because it's constantly a fight. It's constantly hate and division on both sides. Always about being, well, if you're right, you're this. If you're left, you're this. It was very ridiculous. It was very toxic. So I started to do some research on some third parties. I then uh, became a little bit of a libertarian. Libertarians have like the porcupine, and they have also the Statue of Liberty as one of the symbols. But the Libertarian Party believes in, they believe that taxation is theft. They also believe in everyone having freedom, limited government, and stuff like that. So I was with the Libertarian Party for a little while. I basically jumped from party to party for a while, but I still didn't feel like the Libertarian Party spoke enough to me. I didn't really see them as a real, legitimate, party. A lot of the options that the Libertarians have, a lot of their candidates and people were kind of just a little on the wacky side. I mean, not all of them. There's actually some good choices. Um, there's actually some libertarians I would definitely vote for, over the Republicans and Democrats, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I eventually saw looking up third parties. I was like, oh, the Prohibition Party. What is this? Um, Now Prohibition is basically the banning of something, the taking away of something that might be negative or bad. So I looked at the history of the Prohibition Party. It is the third largest party in the United States. They were founded sometime in the 1800s. I think it was like in the 1870 something, 1860 something, somewhere around there. Very, very old, ancient party. And I watched videos, I looked up a whole bunch of things on the Prohibition Party. I was like, I could actually get behind this because um, I've witnessed people who have destroyed their lives because they decide to become alcoholics. I've seen terrible things happen to people. Well, they smoke their whole lives, and then one day they're just dead because they've destroyed their lungs, they destroyed their body. So I really started to get behind the Prohibition Party, because I do believe that alcohol and cigarettes and stuff like that are negative. I think that they're unhealthy, I think they're bad. I do not believe that we should completely take away alcohol. I believe that there should be a limit as to how much people are able to buy. I believe that, um, you know, if you drink in moderation, then that's a good thing, obviously. But we do have an issue when it comes to drunk driving. When it comes to, um, you know, people who just drink too much and then die the next day. It's very terrible. It's very horrible. I do believe that we should ban alcohol, but I also believe that people should be allowed to drink it as well. It's a very conflicting issue for me because I know people who drink responsibly, but I also know that there's people out there who killed somebody because they were drunk driving, or someone who just died because they were drinking too much. Um, but I do believe that Alcohol has caused lots of death in this world, lots of death in America and the United States. And, you know, we've been in car accidents. I've been in a car accident before where the person on the other side is just drunk. They just had too much alcohol in the system and they don't know what the heck they're doing. So I really got behind the Prohibition Party because, number one, I am highly against cigarettes. I hate cigarettes, and I do not understand why somebody wants to smoke them and just destroy their body, destroy their lungs every single day. They become addicted to it. They keep on taking it. It is a very bad and toxic thing to have. So I really got behind the Prohibition Party because of the cigarette part as well as the alcohol part. Again, the alcohol part is kind of conflicting, but I do want things to be better in the United States and in general the world. And I do want um, less cases where people are killed by a drunk driver or people just die because they just drunk too much. I do believe that we need to limit that, or we need to maybe even just ban it completely. Um, But anyway, I got behind the Prohibition Party for stuff like that. I also got behind the Prohibition Party because the Prohibition Party believes in fair trade. They believe in a fully funded Social Security. They also believe in taking care of animals, and um, basically they believe in animal rights. The Prohibition Party is for equal rights and stuff like that. So it's just a party that I found myself really liking and agreeing with. That's pretty much why I became a part of this political party and then decided to make this channel and try to kind of grow these beliefs in this audience. Um, and it's kind of important for me because um, these are I want things to change. I want things to become better. And even if people don't agree with everything that is in my party or is in my party's beliefs, I think that people will agree that there was some massive issues right now. Like, one of those massive issues is the division and hate in this country. I think that we need to go away from being Republican or Democrat. We should just be something better than that. Republicans and Democrats are both negative. Republicans and Democrats both cause chaos and division, and we need some changes to happen. We need to make some progress. We need to stop voting for very corrupt and twisted people. But anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. I just want to talk about why I became a part of this party. Again, it's because of the views on the whole cigarette part plus the alcohol part. Because I've seen it so much. I've seen people just destroy their bodies because they drink alcohol and they smoke cigarettes. And then the combination of both just worsens the overall health of a person. And it's just very terrible. I basically became a part of this party because I think that we should be healthy. I think people should want to move away from stuff like that. Perhaps there'll be people who disagree with me, and if you disagree with me, you know, I I respect that. You can have your own beliefs. I have my beliefs. You can be a liberal, a conservative, libertarian. You can be anything you want. Um, I just think that those are issues in our country and our world. I think that there was too many people who die from drinking too much and also smoking, cigarettes, um, every single day of their life until one day they just drop dead because their body just can't handle it anymore. Um, but if you disagree with me, again, that's okay. That's perfectly okay. It is okay to disagree with people. It's okay to have different opinions, and even if we don't see eye to eye, we can still be civil about things. We can still actually have conversations. Um, I think in our political climate right now, people have become too extreme. People have become too angry, and instead of just screaming at each other and trying to physically get violent with each other, I think that it's always important to actually talk to people and to actually have a discussion and I think when it comes to politics, that's very important. We can't just have people attack people. We have to actually be civil, and we have to actually treat each other as equals, obviously. And even if we disagree with each other, we can at least respect each other, do a handshake, and there you go. That is what I believe that everybody should do. It's respect. Respect is something that we really need in America, especially nowadays. Respect is a very important thing that we need to be teaching our children, that we need to be teaching everybody. Um, too many times it's always a back and forth with the left and the right and Republican, Democrat. It's it's ridiculous, and we can never get anywhere because we're too busy fighting. It's that's one of the other reasons why I can't stand Republicans or Democrats, because all I do is fight. Now if you're like a voter, if you're somebody who votes Republican, if you're somebody who votes Democrat, you're a voter. You're not like a politician. And I'm perfectly okay with actually talking to people who vote for either party, and maybe things that you want to see and changes that you want for the United States. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video, so hope everyone enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to. And again, tell me in the comments below, maybe if you disagree with me, or maybe what your beliefs are, and the things that you think should get done, and beliefs that you have. But anyway, I'm gonna end this, so peace out. This has been another video on the Mr. Camel channel, and goodbye.